Mae Govannen again, my Elven Fae and other kin family. This is episode 2 of Tips for Living an Elven Life Every Day. I had an overwhelming amount of viewers requesting more raw vegan recipes, so I'm going to go ahead and do at least one more episode on that for now, and then we'll try to do something different next time. But I will do more raw vegan recipes. We're going to get into a little bit more complex in the future, like whole meals or entrees, things of that nature, main parts of your meal, other things of that nature. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of those in the future, but we're going to do at least one more today, and then we'll try to switch out and do something else. And on that note, please let me know, what would you guys like to see for Elven tips? Would you like to see crafts, things that you can do every day, hints on what you can do, things of that nature to live more of an Elven life? So let me know what you're looking for. And again, I wanted to say thank you to the viewers who responded and asked me some questions about the Elven Healing. I'm trying to get part 2 of the Elven Healing episode out, Healing from the Inside Out. It's again, this is for a long series of videos, and so I plan on having that one out. I'm going to try by this weekend and do that. I would like to start focusing more on the inside out. Yes, future episodes of Elven Healing is going to go into the very pragmatic, working with colds and flus and children's and women's and men's health issues. We're going to be going over a lot of that. But I really also want to focus on a lot of the inside spiritual and emotional, mental as well. A lot of the comments that I've received and questions are about emotional and mental health. And the way the human world is right now, it's absolutely in a mess. And I think that people need an awful lot of that. You will not heal from your physical issues if you don't deal with the spiritual and emotional and mental ones. Certainly, it'd be best first to get those dealt with, and then the rest seems to flow a lot easier. So I'm going to be talking a lot about depression, anxiety, loneliness, isolation, feeling lost, and as if you're all alone and no one else in the world feels the way you do. I understand these feelings very well myself. I have been around this world many, many times. And I have seen, as I've mentioned before, some of the best and worst that humans can do. And one of the worst that a human can do is to show a lack of true compassion towards their fellows, whether they be human or otherwise. So we're going to be talking a lot more about that in the next episode. This weekend, I will try to actually focus on on some of those things, how you can maybe apply some methods to help you get through this. And I'm going to be talking about something so incredibly important. And so I hope you'll listen, if not for anything else, but for this. How to find your purpose in this world. How to find what you're here for, what you can do to make your life more meaningful to yourself. I think that if more people could find their purpose, happiness would just happen on its own. So we're going to be talking a lot about that this weekend. But today is nice and easy. Just again, another tip for living an Elven life every day. And this is a wonderful raw vegan meal. So I'm going to take you off into our kitchen, and we're going to show you how to make this amazing cheese dish. All right? So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, today I'm going to be making a raw vegan jalapeno cheese sauce. Now, some of the benefits behind this, in case a lot of you don't know, the main ingredient we use in this is cashews. Cashews are very, very high in the natural amino acids that we need, high in protein. The enzymes are all still active. In fact, we activated them because we soaked it first, and that means you don't have to use your own digestive enzymes as much because it's raw. It already has all its own enzymes. Very high in calcium, magnesium, zinc, all sorts of things here. So very well balanced. The reasons I like to show these particular recipes are, even though the past two have been more of a snack or a comfort type food, they're also very, very healthy for you instead of the very highly processed dead food that you would buy in most stores. All right, so this is going to be, as I said, a raw vegan, very hot and spicy cheese dip or sauce. And so I'm not going to be very scientific in the way I show the proportions of each one of the ingredients. So it's pretty much going to be, you make it to your own tastes. You can make it as spicy or not spicy as you want. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. First of all, one of the main ingredients is cashews, and we always use raw organic cashews, and we soak them for at least a couple hours. It's really best overnight, but for today we're just going to soak them for a couple hours so they're all soaked and ready. What soaking does is nature put inside of the seeds and nuts something called enzyme inhibitors, which keeps them from sprouting before their time. So by soaking them, you get rid of those and reactivate the enzyme so that it becomes extremely healthy for you. Right, we also have one jalapeno, right, and garlic powder, onion powder, and we have a couple of those, and cayenne powder, so we like to really be spicy. The juice of 1 lemon, Bragg's liquid aminos, nutritional yeast, absolutely wonderful, gives it that cheese flavor. Organic, cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. All right, and then finally, last but not least, Bragg's apple cider vinegar. This all gives it a pretty good punch. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and drain the water from the cashews. And we usually rinse them one more time after that. Just a quick rinse. Okay, and again, today we're going to be using the Vitamix. It's, again, many great blenders out there. Just Vitamix happens to be our favorite. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the lemon juice now. Okay, so lemon juice, I don't get very scientific about it. I just squeeze until there's no more lemon juice that will come out. And so pretty much, I mean, you can use a lemon juice squeezer if you want to or whatever, but lemon juicer. But I pretty much just do it till I get most of the juice out of it. And again, this and the apple cider vinegar gives it a bit of that strong taste that we like from our cheese sauces. This is very similar to the cheese sauces you would get in a lot of the restaurants. Very similar to that. Okay, after that, we then go ahead and we start getting very unscientific. I know pretty much from my taste how much of the Bragg's apple cider vinegar I like, so I pretty much just pour in a bit of a dose. You know, not a ton, just a little bit. Okay, same with the olive oil. Just kind of pour a little bit in there. That helps give it more of a creamy texture. The Bragg's liquid aminos, because kind of imparts a little bit of that salt taste to it. And again, this is all to my taste. Pretty much figure out what you like. Garlic powder. Again, not scientific. Pretty much just, I know that my wife and I really like garlic, so we add quite a bit of powder to it. And then the same with the onion powder. We like onions in our stuff, so a bit in there. And just a hint of the cayenne, because I'm going to be using a jalapeno here in just a few. We like our stuff very spicy. Okay, then I add enough water so that when it blends, it will be a little liquefied, not too thick. Okay, so it's kind of just right about at the surface of the cashews. Okay, and I go ahead and I start that first. This will take about a minute because I really like to get it smooth. Go ahead and add some of the nutritional yeast to it now, and from this point on, it's it's really a lot of experimenting, trying to get to the where we like it particularly for ourselves, and you can do the same. So again, nutritional yeast. This is a dried special kind of yeast, very cheesy flavor, very yellow in color as well. Very high in the B complex, especially B12 vitamin analogs. All right, so again, you add as much as you want that will give you the cheesy texture that you like. This is also a point where if you add a little bit too much water, this is going to end up absorbing it, and you can make it as thick as you want. So we go ahead and do a little bit more. Okay, so we're starting to get there. I know when it's done, when I have a really nice yellow color to it. It's almost there. Very, very good. That's actually pretty close. Just a little more of the nutritional yeast. And then we add the jalapeno. Like I said, we probably do more than most people do, and so it is a personal preference. But we like the jalapeno. Just from a medical point of view, jalapeno is part of the cayenne family, the whole capsicum family. That makes it a very highly medicinal herb or food. I have seen both internal and external bleeding stop because of this type of stuff. As an example, so if we look at, and we know that they're in heat units. Average cayenne is usually about 40,000 heat units. Okay. Jalapenos are about 90,000, and then habaneros are about 200,000. But these are great. They're wonderful for the heart, for circulation. We've seen patients with high blood pressure see amazing results using members of the cayenne family. And again, I've seen life-threatening heart attacks, strokes, and bleeding stop because of these. I'm not going to say you should use it, but I'm saying that's what I have seen in the past. Nice yellow color to it, very creamy and very spicy. So again, to your own taste. So that pretty much is it for that. What we do is we go ahead and wash the bowl out that we originally had the cashews in. We're going to put that back in there. Okay. Again, very, very healthy for you. It's absolutely amazing. I've seen, again, people with high blood pressure get wonderful results using members of the cayenne family. And so this meal actually has medicinal value. It's very high in calcium, magnesium, zinc, like I've mentioned earlier, a lot of protein in it. A lot of the B complex vitamin analogs are also in this as well. So, being a nut, the type of nut, the cashews, they are higher in fat. It's a good fat, but you can still, because we have to have fat in our diet. All right, and this is one of those healthy, safe fats versus animal products. But you can still overdo it. You can still overeat, nuts and things. So they're highly concentrated. So you do it in moderation. Okay, so there is our wonderful jalapeno raw vegan Mexican cheese sauce. Okay, well, I hope you give that a try and see what you think. That has been a staple of mine and my wife's for quite a number of years. We use it for vegetable dishes, for dipping veggies, for dipping breads, and others. For making we're making wraps out of them. We use it to make raw vegan ravioli, which we're probably going to be doing next. As far as next time we do a raw vegan recipe, we're going to show you how to make raw vegan ravioli, and it will use this cheese sauce. So you learn how to make this, you'll be able to make the next step, and it'll be a lot of fun. All right, so again, look forward to our future episodes coming up here, and like I said, Elven Healing Part 2 will be coming up this weekend. So as always, thank you, my friends, for listening, and until we are together again, may you all be blessed by the elves. My name is Dr. Aaron Diaz Spindalelas, and I am the Elven Scholar. Namaste.